What's up, beautiful souls? Dr. Samuel Lee here. And for me, there's never been a better time to be alive. Such an important inflection point in humanity's history. 144,000 have arrived. Stars in my mind have aligned, and we are the ones that we've been waiting for the whole time. And this is the lifetime many of us are receiving, seeing, and feeling and knowing that we have waited for, where we get to help create the new earth, what Jesus called the New Jerusalem. Bob Marley sang about it, Zion, Eckhart Tolle wrote about it, new earth. And so there's a very specific science on how we do this, and I wanted to share with you the vision that a lot of us are receiving. One of the highest forms of service is sacred grid work in service to the prana of Mother Earth. Because if Mother Earth's frequency increases, everything living on Mother Earth, the frequency increases as well, because we are all connected to the core of Mother Earth, into the core heartbeat, into the core frequency of Mother Earth. Many of us are seeing visions of councils of 12 and healing centers, cities of light, massive healing centers on very high frequency grid points around Mother Earth. And many of us are seeing 13 big healing centers, new earth centers on high frequency grid points where there's crystals underneath the earth, where there's ley lines which carry the electromagnetic frequency of Mother Earth, where they cross together. Imagine and visualize and feel 13 massive healing centers on these high frequency grid points. Now there'll also be at least 144 smaller healing centers, and when you have councils of 12, many of us are seeing, at the same time, combining intention, energy equals mass times, I know some people say speed of light squared, MC squared, but it's actually consciousness squared. So you have councils of 12 plus 1, Divine Mother is 13, and you're calling in together, combining intentions to call in a very powerful frequency of primal light and primal sound field through intention and specific sound tones and specific meditations and techniques. You can literally start charging the grid, the brain of Mother Earth. And if 144 small healing centers and 13 big healing centers together with these councils have a simultaneous mass meditation, you can theoretically, through quantum physics, lift the frequency of the ley lines, lift the frequencies of the crystals underneath the earth, and do a massive timeline shift, reach a tipping point in frequency into a decentralized system. And imagine, see, and visualize the future generations of who come to earth, our children and our children's children, growing up in systems that are fair. And these healing centers are all interconnected, not only through the grid lines, not only quantumly, but also through a decentralized system, decentralized finance, and true education. Imagine our children at a young age learning the universality of human beings, learning about intuition, learning about their human design, learning about breath work. And at an early age, we can detect what this divine blueprint, what their purpose is. And starting at the age of 4 to 5 to 6, they can put in 10,000 hours in whatever it is they came here to do on earth. By the time they're 14, 15, 16, they will be masters at what they do. And these healing centers will also have high frequency water and farm to table food, as well as all of the healing technology, so that no matter who spirit sends to these centers, these cities of light, we're going to have the technology not only to be able to heal them, but to activate their potential. And the truth is that this is the inner Christos reclamation. The junk DNA, scientists used to call junk 90-something% of our DNA because they couldn't see it. Well, God doesn't make junk. It's actually potential DNA. And so the 4th, 5th, and 6th stranded DNA is the soul, a carbon crystalline less dense version of me existing right now. The 7th, 8th, 9th stranded DNA is the oversoul, a pure silica crystalline matrix existing right now. And the 10th, 11th, 12th stranded DNA is the avatar inner Christos. So if you want to see an angel, activate your 6th DNA strand, your angelic mind, and look in the mirror. If you want to see a Christ, activate your 10th DNA strand, your Christic mind, and look in the mirror. And the language of our potential intron DNA is sound, light, and symbols, frequency. And I know Tesla said 369 to understand the secrets of the universe, but it was actually 36912, because when one soul, oversoul, comes into this 15-dimensional universal time matrix Earth, it splits into 12. I am divine, one soul stream 12. One soul becomes 12, and 12 times 12 is 144. So when we start getting the math right, and we start producing and creating these healing centers on high frequency grid points with a decentralized system, and everybody's playing their perfect part in the mission. The indigo children, the crystal children, the rainbow children are all here. And all of these centers will be interconnected, unique in their own way, but interconnected. And with councils of 12 plus 1 is 13. So 13 massive healing centers and 144 smaller healing centers, all interconnected on these high frequency grid points. Now the key is, however, even if you create this decentralized system, you need and we need the attention of the people. And so through influencers and through getting people who have the influence on Earth to create new laws and to change systems, getting them on board, when we have them on board together as they wake up, we can shift the attention of the people and say, hey, look, this old system is falling apart. And by shifting their attention into a new system, the collective consciousness will do a massive timeline shift for those who choose into a new system, new Earth, New Jerusalem. And this is the lifetime we have waited for. And you are who you've been looking for. Take a look inside and you will find you are who you've been looking for the whole time. And it's a joy and it's fun. And so I'm super grateful for every single person out there who's playing their perfect part in what I call the most epic love story written, the return of at least 1 billion souls back into the loving arms of Source. And so remember who we are, one human family. New Earth, let's go.